guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a really quick informal video. It's going to be my top 5 recommendations for a stress-free or minimal stress school year if you are starting out homeschooling. This is definitely geared more towards those parents who are homeschooling for the first time this year. And I just thought it would be really helpful to get some tips from somebody who has homeschooled before. This is going to be our second year homeschooling, and I feel like if I had known a lot of these things prior, I think last year would have been a lot less stressful for me. However, I have learned, and this year we're off to a really great start. I can't say it's like completely stressless because obviously this is a very serious thing. Your child's education is basically in your hands. So there's going to be minimal amounts of stress there. And if you have multiple children, there's going to be stress. I hate to tell you that. But at the very same time, these are things that you can do to help kind of ease your load as you go into this transition of something completely new. Because for me, I do not come from a homeschooling family. I'm the first one kind of in my family to step outside of the box and really homeschool our children. So I didn't really have people to give me a whole bunch of advice on what would make things easier for me. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. The first on my list, I'm gonna just reiterate this again. Give yourself a day to plan, whether it's a weekday or a weekend, whatever works best with your schedule, preferably when your spouse is off or you have somebody that can come over and watch the kids for like an hour or two. That way you can just get your ducks in a row. It's very, very helpful to have everything planned ahead of time. Just for that week, it doesn't have to be for a whole month. If you can plan months in advance, man, you're amazing. I can't do that. I forget things. I have to do it on a weekly basis. So I usually take time Sunday afternoon when my daughter is napping and my husband can play with my son, and I will just go ahead and run through what I need for the week, make sure I have everything that I need, stuff is printed out, it's ready. Because if I wake up in the morning on a school day and I do not have my ducks in a row, the kids are gonna go berserk and crazy. So my number one advice is make sure you plan ahead, prepare ahead. And you could even do it the night before if you want to. I'm not as structured to do it every single night before. If I do it just one time a week, it's better for me. But you do what works best for you. Just make sure that you have it ready to go before the next day. Let's see. Number 2, this has more to do with your home. Now, if you're the type of person who you can be around mess and it doesn't affect you negatively, then great, because there's going to be mess. There's going to be a lot of mess, especially when you have multiple children home. But my advice is to clean on the weekends. So if you have a day where you can take an hour or two to clean up your whole house, get caught up on laundry, if your spouse is home again, then he can take the kids to the park if your park is open, and you can just run through, or you can do it all together and just clean up as much as you possibly can so you're not doing that throughout the week. I cannot stress this enough. You're already doing so much and taking care. If you have multiple children, you're taking care of multiple children and trying to keep them entertained and trying to teach one that you shouldn't be worried about a toilet needing to be cleaned or laundry needing to be done. Now, obviously, you're going to have to do things here and there because stuff happens, but the primary bulk of your load is already done for the week. So try to do that as well. And number 3, it goes along with like cleaning your home. I have started in the last 6-7 months meal planning. So I will plan every Thursday or Friday depending on when I can pick up the groceries. So I meal plan on Thursdays or Fridays. I order my groceries in Walmart pickup, utilize the pickups, utilize every single place that you can pick up so you do not take your children anywhere. Just go pick it up. I'll meal plan, I'll order everything we need. I meal plan breakfast, lunch, and dinner because you are responsible for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Give yourself 2 or 3 options throughout the week for breakfast and lunch. And then meal plan dinners and make sure you have everything that you need for the week ready in the kitchen, stocked, and that way all you have to do is look at your list. What am I making tonight? Okay, this and this. All right, you put it in the oven and you're done. It has been so helpful. Now, granted, I don't cook every single night. There are some nights where I tell my husband to pick up fast food because we've had a rough day. That's fine too. But as long as you've got the bulk planned or bulk done, it's going to be so helpful in keeping you less stressed out and uptight and just worried about things getting done. So yeah, meal plan and grocery pickup, they go hand in hand. You can even order all of the craft supplies that you need. So like I said, pre-plan on Sundays, your, pre-plan your week for teaching. You can go ahead and order all the arts and craft supplies that you need along with your groceries, pick them up. You didn't even have to go into the store. So it's just very, 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 very helpful to just be prepared ahead of time. This is my top suggestion for all of you, even those who are working and schooling your children. Treat this like a full-time job. Even if you already have a full-time job and you are working from home, I'm so sorry you have 2 full-time jobs, because this is what it is. So while you are working and while you're teaching the children or while you're teaching your kids, don't be focused on putting in a little laundry. Don't be focused on loading the dishwasher. Don't be focused on folding laundry. You're at work. Those are not things that would typically get done if you had to physically go to work. Treat this like a full-time job. Give it your full attention. Give yourself the time. I give myself, I think it's from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. We do have breaks in between, but again, I give myself those breaks. And then after that, you're home. So you've come home from work and you can do the things that you need to get done. That way you're not burning yourself out. You can't burn yourself from both ends. Like, that's not the point of this. The point of this is to comfortably homeschool your child in an environment that is as less or least stressful as possible, okay? That is your sole priority. Focus on that and do not try to overwhelm yourself or overdo anything. I think all moms are wonderful, but we're not meant to be superwoman, okay? We're human beings. We need a break. We need to rest. We need to be able to mentally take care of our children without freaking out or screaming or yelling. And you can't do that if you're trying to do 7 things at one time. So that is my number 1 advice. If you take nothing from that, just focus. Treat it like a full-time job. Do not burn yourself from both ends. And then the last, number 5, and I'm going to sound like a broken record because I know a lot of moms probably already tell you this, but it's really important to take time for yourself. So if you do plan to clean on every Saturday or every Friday, you take an hour or 2 to clean your house and do laundry, go get a coffee when you're done. Like, go treat yourself to a coffee, sit in your car for like 15, 20 minutes, drink your coffee, read a book, listen to a podcast, take a bubble bath. If you are able to, go get your nails done, go get a pedicure, get a coffee, go get a pedicure. Something for yourself. It doesn't have to be every single week. If you're not, able to do that every single week, then every other week, at least twice a month, it needs to be done. You need to take time for yourself. That does not include homeschooling. So do not listen to a homeschooling podcast. Do not read a homeschooling book. Read something for your betterment, for your encouragement, for yourself. So that is it for this video. I hope it was helpful for some of you who are, considering homeschooling, or this is your first year homeschooling. I hope that you were able to take bits and pieces of this and really apply it, and it makes you feel better in some way or hopeful in some way. I don't know, but if you have any questions or any suggestions, I would love to hear them. Please feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you again in my next video.